Hi YouTube! It's pearlynrae back again with some more Vampire Therapist. As I mentioned in the last Vampire Therapist VOD, we are officially no longer in demo territory. We completed our first session? Yeah? Appointment with our first session with a non-demo client. Yes. It was very dramatic. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, join our Discord server if you want. There's lots of memes and cute pet pictures that are shared there. And let's get into some more Vampire Therapist. Andromakos says, "Good evening, Samuel. I hope you are feeling well rested. I have a new client for you."
Another one? I think my caseload's starting to get a little crowded.
Worry not, my friend. I shall not unload all the world's cares onto you. I know how strongly this next client requires aid.
Oh.
She is a great deal older than most of the clients you've seen, and sometimes it is harder for the elderly to see reality. It took me far too long to do so.
Is she as old as you are?
Not nearly. Thus, she should be more ready for change than I was. Take a look at her intake form.
Name Medby. Age 1804. Oh. Gender female. Origin Bronze Age. Oh. Intake information. An elder vampire like myself, Medi has lived mostly alone for the past 2 millennia. She grew up among wanton violence between Irish clan warlords and has since kept distance between herself and mortals. She now spends more of her time online, where she has become a streaming celebrity. I do not know what this means, but perhaps a younger vampire might. Oh. She has expressed frustration at the increasing demands of her followers. Suggestion: be patient with the elderly. Is she gonna have red hair?
Dang, she died young. Makes me wonder why I waited so long to kick the bucket. Could have left her nicer looking corpse.
Alas, death does not often allow us to have much choice in the matter.
Says here she doesn't leave home unless she has to.
Indeed, it is a puzzle, as elder vampires can often be.
I sure do hope I can help her.
Just sounds like a computer geek, like any of us.
You will do your best, I know. Let me allow you some privacy. She comes.
Hello?
I called it. She has red hair. I called it. How'd I know? I called it. I called it. I called it.
Hey there, how do I say your name? Is it, Medby?
Oh, it's it's Celtic or like Gaelic. Yeah, okay.
Maeve is my real name. Medby's just my screen name.
Oh,
You can
Maeve?
call me Medi if you like.
Call it when they're Irish. Listen! Listen.
Oh, mighty fine meeting you, Meddy. I'm Sam.
Is that all you are?
I couldn't rightly say. I ain't no more or less than Sam.
Listen, when I tell you she's like my brother's type, I don't know what to tell you. Pale skin and either brunette or red hair is my brother's type.
You're cute, strange cowboy man.
I don't know that you should be calling your potential therapist cute, miss.
Not in a touching bodies way. I mean, you're more like a rabbit or a mouse. Oh, I want to dress you up in a little mouse onesie and watch you scurry about.
Put it, I want you to take a whole look at all of Sam. Picture him in a little mouse onesie, scurrying about on his hands and knees. That's someone's kink right there.
You can keep your hat on
Oh.
and be a little cowboy mouse. Oh, I like that very much.
Oh, that's so funny.
I'd keep you in a little cage and give you lots of cheese and, of course, a wheel to run on.
Should all therapists be unattractive? No. But their attractiveness shouldn't... It's a case-by-case basis, because, like, one person obviously can't be attractive to every single person on the planet. So, like, your therapist shouldn't be so distractingly attractive to you that you can't actually experience therapy.
You can be my whiskery little pet.
Oh.
What is the matter, Samuel?
I think I'm out of my depth here, Chief. I ain't keen to be anyone's pet.
Older vampires such as myself can sometimes be uncomfortable to be around.
Because everyone has the potential to be a pet. Just depends what type of pet they are.
I believe this will be an excellent challenge in setting boundaries, Samuel. Explain to her your boundaries. You will be modeling positive behavior and saving yourself a little trouble.
Yeah, just a little.
All the more reason to be clear and polite right now. Good luck, Samuel. I know you can do it.
You look distracted, little mouse. Have you smelt a bit of cheese? Did your whiskers twitch?
Saving yourself a lot of trouble here. And is moderately attractive. Not... Oh god. Hashtag not all men. Little, have you smelled a bit of... Did your whiskers twitch? Oh my
All right,
gosh.
miss, before we keep going, I think we need to set a few boundaries.
Don't want to wear ones I don't want to live in a cage. I don't want to wear a onesie.
First of all, I ain't gonna wear no onesie. I don't think I could find one that'd fit.
Because it's true. Everything's in a bell curve. If it don't apply, let it fly.
I could sew one for you.
Oh my god.
I would make the neck hole really big so that your funny hat would fit right through it.
Always with the funny hat.
Okay, well maybe I wasn't being clear. I don't want to wear a onesie.
But it would make me happy.
Well, wouldn't make me happy, miss.
Fine. But I don't like it.
I don't eat cheese. That's... Sam, that's where you and I differ.
I don't eat cheese, you know that. We only drink blood anyway. Mortal food doesn't exactly agree with us.
But a mouse who doesn't eat cheese is hardly a mouse.
But I'm not a mouse.
Then why do you have twitchy whiskers?
I just like the way they look.
Twitchy whiskers.
So do I. That's why I think you should eat some cheese.
Well, I ain't gonna. Take it or leave it.
So if she's upset about her followers demanding stuff from her, she's kind of projecting, because she's also not projecting, but she's also like demanding things of others and breaching their boundaries.
You're very mean for a mouse.
I don't want to live in a
This stuff
cage.
about putting me in a cage and making me your pet are things you should be doing with a blood partner. Besides, I make the rules about my own body. If I don't want something, you gotta respect it or find a new therapist.
You don't want me to do things to your body.
Oh,
You cut that out. I'm serious now.
Very well. Be that way.
I think that about covers it.
the doof doof downstairs. Doom, 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 doom.
Very well. It's a little boring. People usually let me do what I want to do to them.
Yeah, usually.
Well, this is less boring then. It's something new.
I suppose you're right. It's very clever, strange cowboy man. May I still call you a mouse from time to time, though?
If it'll make you feel comfortable, I guess it ain't hurting me. But let's get to you and why you're here. Now, it said on your intake form that...
She's afraid of aging. She's overworked. She's concerned about climate change. You're overworked, maybe, I think? Yeah, the demands of your viewers.
You're overworked, it said. You're not my first client with that problem. What line of work are you in?
I play video games.
Yeah.
Video games? Like Star Invaders?
Oh my.
No, silly. More like Overcharge 2 and Pension Impact. More of an FPS and RPG girl.
Overwatch 2 and Genshin Impact. Okay.
I don't know what them things are. I kind of figured video games were just a fad, like collecting ferns was in my time.
Oh my.
Video games are lots of fun. There's even one where you get to play a cowboy and kill bunches and bunches of people.
Red Dead Redemption.
Then you get to pretend you feel bad about it.
Oh.
But after that, you kill even more people.
Yep, sounds like Red Dead.
Shucks, that there might give me some flashbacks. But you're working by playing video games? How's that?
I stream on Glitch. I have millions and millions of followers there.
Okay.
Wait just a gosh darn minute. People are paying to watch you pee?
Well,
Of course not. That sort of thing would be on my Only Zealots page. If I could pee. Which I can't, because I'm a vampire.
oh wow.
Alright, you gotta walk me through this.
What's streaming mean if it ain't peeing? What's only zealots? What's all this F? Actually, I think I know enough. Wait, hang on. Let's do all of them.
What's streaming mean if it ain't peeing?
Streaming means to share your computer screen to the internet.
Like watching the cinema, only instead of people shooting each other, it's you answering emails?
Sort of. Mostly people just like to watch people shooting other people. Only it's little computer people that only look like people.
Clear as mud. I got some more questions about them funny things you mentioned, though. What's Only Zealots?
That's a very special website where my very special followers get to see me do naughty things for money.
You've been around a long while. Do you need money?
No, of course not. But I do like having mortal blood bags who will do anything for me. They're very useful.
'Tis true.
This whole thing makes me feel old.
Oh,
But you're only a baby vampire, strange cowboy man.
wee little
I'm glad
babe.
you're not the kind of baby who poops and pees, though. That's quite icky.
Oh.
I had some more questions. What's all this RPG and FPS stuff?
Role-playing games and first-person shooters.
Kinda dark to be playing games about the first person you ever shot. That ain't a good moment.
You're extra silly. It's a video game with a first-person perspective. It only looks as though you're shooting someone. I like the ones where there's lots and lots of blood. I end up feeling quite hungry.
It's interesting that she's way older than Sam, but she's savvied up, you know? She's savvied up with the times.
Are they still using corn syrup to look like blood? Never looked realistic to me.
They don't use corn syrup in video games. You're very funny.
I'm glad I'm funny, I guess. Let me ask you something else about these video games.
Actually, I think I know enough.
All right, I think I understand a little better. You're working pretty dang hard for all them followers. What do you need them for?
Lots of things. They pay my rent for me, buy clothes and gifts for me. They dispose of all the bodies. And they let me kill them too. They're all so eager to die. Poor little lambs.
I mean, in this economy, yee.
They're like servants?
Servants, little sheep, whatever you'd like to call them.
And they're willing to just up and die for you?
Oh, naturally. Sometimes all I have to do is smile for them. They find it enchanting. And they quite like my breasts and vulva.
Oh!
Oh, I see.
Does it make you uncomfortable to hear me say breasts and vulva?
Oh my.
I reckon I just wasn't expecting that level of candidness.
We're definitely at the beginning of this VOD mentioning, hey, if you didn't look at the description, there's certain things in the game. Yeah, heads up.
Breasts, vulva.
Getting him so with the vapors.
Hey, come on now.
Oh, but it's so much fun to watch your little whiskers twitch.
So, these followers of yours do a lot of work for you, huh?
But I have almost 100 million little sheep.
My
It's
gosh.
really difficult to manage them all and keep them happy.
My gosh. How much? What's the most amount of followers or subscribers a Twitch streamer or a YouTuber has? Wow, that's a
Why do you
lot.
need to keep so many servants happy?
I need my sheep. If I don't have them, I'll have nothing.
Oh, that's Nosferatu thinking.
Is it really true that if you don't have your followers, you won't have anything? Ain't you got other stuff you're interested in?
Suppose I enjoy reading and video games, and I can do those things alone. There's also playing games with my body,
Oh,
Oh, yep, there's that.
which Americans don't do. You like to shoot people instead. Bang, pow, ugh.
no, but I'm sure he doesn't have 100 million, right? Right?
That ain't always true. But let's get back to what you were saying.
I think. He has 411 million? Oh. That's depressing. He doesn't smile with his eyes.
If I
Anyway.
don't make them all happy, they'll turn against me.
Well, that's... You can't control that.
Oh, wait a minute. That's one of them double control fallacies.
A control fallacy? What is that, manling?
Manling?
It's the idea that you either have complete control over something or no control over something. The idea that you can make everyone happy is something that ain't in anyone's power. And assuming you have no control and they'll all turn against you ain't true either.
That is true, I suppose. I can do things you couldn't dream of, but I won't show them to you because you're an American.
That is much appreciated, miss. And now about the stuff you were saying.
All I'll be is the lonely, crazy girl with a flat full of stinky corpses.
Labeling.
Let's ease off them labeling terms. Don't go calling yourself crazy.
I am crazy, and I know how strange I sound to these short-lived creatures.
I reckon I might sound the same if I were around as long as you and seen some of the stuff you've seen. Besides, crazy ain't got any kind of real meaning. What's sane? You've been around a while, you know them definitions change all the time.
I suppose that's true. Don't think any of us are really sane.
Mood.
I think that's a heck of a lot closer to the truth.
I just want to look at my body parts anyway.
Oh.
Don't know much else to share, it seems.
I mean, that's just... disqualifying the positive?
Come on now, you've been around for nearly 2,000 years. How in the heck could you have nothing to offer?
Yeah.
I'm sure you could tell me all sorts of things about history and the places you've been to and the things you've done.
Yeah.
If I talk about things I like, my followers abandon me. Fickle little bloodbags. They always like it when I show off, though.
Oh. Oh, is he then? That's interesting. Not even after like queso or even kaisenut. I guess that stream ages ago with Drake brought in the like non-gamer crowd or like non-streaming community crowd, maybe, yeah, or even iShowSpeed.
That's a problem with your followers, not you.
Top 5.
Don't go disqualifying the positive things about yourself just because they don't see them.
You're very kind, Manling.
Oh.
If you were one of my followers, I might even let you live.
Oh my gosh.
A very kind gesture, miss.
I can't help but think, though, I should make my little sheep happy. After all, they are willing to die for me.
Should statement.
You say you should keep your followers happy. Do you like it when they're happy?
Just because I kill my bloodbags doesn't mean I wish to be cruel. After all, they're so cute when they die with smiles on their precious little faces.
I'm glad to hear that, but here's the thing. When you say you should make them happy, you turn it into a responsibility. If you got 100 million people you should please, that's pressure you don't need. Get what I'm saying?
You are too sweet, little mouse. Like a sugar mouse. Someone might try to eat you.
They already did. How do you think I turned into a vampire?
Good point.
You make me seem very silly for worrying so much about my blood bags. Not a very good vampire, am I?
Well, what's a good vampire supposed to do?
My blood father used to tell me that we were supposed to be gods. Told me that we would rule all humanity. I imagine he'd be ever so disappointed in me.
Where is he now?
Well, blood parents are always complicated. They like continuing their legacies, but people ain't too good at being anything but themselves.
Wow, it's a lot.
I wish someone would tell him that. He's a very bad listener.
Well, you should be proud of yourself for getting away from him. I know it ain't easy.
I didn't leave him. The druid sealed him away long ago.
Oh.
Slow our soul when he escapes. And there will be nothing we can do. Oh, it's gonna be ever so much blood.
Nosferatu thinking?
I think we can handle a vampire.
Oh.
There's a lot more of us now, and I bet the bastard ain't even heard of a gun.
True.
You don't understand. He's a wizard.
Oh.
The last I heard, wizards ain't bulletproof. Let's give ourselves a little credit. I ain't gonna worry too much about this fella. Besides, if he is coming back to kill us all, we only got so much time to enjoy, right?
That would have been control fallacy, I think.
These dang followers of yours have got you stuck at home, though.
It's better this way. It's not safe outside.
In this economy?
Well, why do you say that?
Because there are bad people out there. They've tried to burn me, touch me, enslave me. They are cruel and horrible.
Possibly? Nosferatu thinking again?
I know you've
There
been
you
through
go.
some tough times, Mitty, and you got a hell of a lot of reasons to think people are all awful. But those experiences ain't the be-all and end-all. There's a lot of bad, a lot of good, and even more in between.
Maybe. But it's safer to assume that it's all bad. Mortals are very afraid, and when mortals are afraid, they are quite cruel.
This is true.
That's more of that all-or-nothing thinking. There's billions of people out there now, and more differences between each and every one of them than you'd expect.
That's also true.
But I don't need to endanger myself anymore. I have my sheep.
Man versus bear argument. Oh my gosh.
I'm sure we'll get to talking about them real soon.
We can talk about them now. They help me stay in my flat. If I stay in one place, I have power. Instead of them burning me, I can burn them. And touch them and enslave them.
Control fallacy?
With all due respect, miss, you're playing with sunshine here. Life is always going to change. That's the one thing we can be sure of. Your retreating from society is only going to make it harder to face the changes ahead.
Such as when the machines arrived.
Oh.
What machines are you talking about?
The ones in the factories. The ones who made me leave the bog. Did not like that very much. Not at all.
Oh, look, I didn't want to upset you. You're here to handle the world a little better, and that means being honest about what might happen. That makes sense?
Yes. The machines keep getting stronger. I should be ready for them.
All right. Well, let's keep talking.
Okay.
They used to call me Calich Namona, the witch of the bogs. I like it that way. I like it when they think I'm a monster.
Labeling.
Hold on a sec, Mitty. I get that there's safety in people thinking you're some kind of monster. But what I can't abide is you calling yourself one. Names have power. You know what they used to call me?
Fuzzy McWhiskers. Scaly Tail Sam. Ooh, Scurrying Sam.
He looks like a... Does he really look like... Leave it in the comments. Do you think he looks like a mouse?
They called me Slaughtering Sam.
Oh.
And as you might imagine, I didn't earn many friends with that name.
That's not very cute at all.
No, it ain't. I didn't feel cute neither. I felt like an evil bastard, and that ain't a good feeling.
I didn't say I liked being a monster. It just makes me feel safe.
Yeah, but then you have the potential to be hunted because you're a monster. But to be fair, you get hunted either way, so... Yup.
Then let's find a way to help you feel safe without calling yourself a monster then, huh?
Yeah.
But keep going.
If I want to be safe, I should show them what a monster I really am from the safety of my lair.
Should?
Well, why should you show them what a monster you are?
So that they'll know to stay away, of course.
And is that the only way people will stay away?
It's the way I know. I used to put severed heads outside my cottage, but the policemen don't like that very much.
Oh.
So what if I said you should protect yourself by putting severed heads outside your place again?
I'd say you should learn otherwise. The police can be very mean.
That's what I mean. Should doesn't allow a lot of wiggle room. It might seem like it's just words, but them words can lock us up tighter in a bank vault. But let's keep talking.
Living alone is the life I know, anyway. Well, I've known for millennia. I can't survive in society now.
Nosferatu thinking. No?
Ancient vampires are very few. I can tell you with some certainty that your client is very good at hiding her true capabilities, perhaps even from herself.
Oh.
Living alone is the life I know, anyway. Well, I've known for millennia. I can't survive in society now.
Disqualifying the wait, hold up. Potentially disqualifying the positive because you've lived for millennia. What's the difference between society now and like all of that time, right?
You know, you're what, some 1,800 years old? You're older than any government on Earth. You've seen the world change in ways none of us could dream of. Hell, you basically won the internet, and I can barely open up my Vmail program. You're way more capable than you're giving yourself credit for.
I suppose that's true. But I'm not very good with real life people. Unless I'm eating them.
You're still disqualifying the positive by canceling out all them skills you got. You can use all that modern lingo I barely even heard of. You dab fam?
Oh, no, Sam.
That was ages ago.
See what I'm saying?
Oh, dear.
You are very clever, sweetling. It is easy to forget how small and weak mortals are. The world is a big place full of things that might try to hurt me.
That's true.
Well, before you face the world, why don't we start with your neighborhood? Let's start slow. Take a walk around your block, 15 minutes a day. Just spend a little time outside looking at the moon.
At the moon.
I suppose if anyone tries to hurt me, I should be able to kill them or enslave them. Very well, strange cowboy man. If anyone does kill me, I'll simply become a ghost. Then I can whisk myself up your bottom with a little ghost needle and poke at your guts.
I don't think it'll come to that. Just spend some time outside and see how you feel, and we'll talk again in a month. Sound good?
Very well. I suppose my followers outside must be eager to carry my coffin home. Promised I would eat them when we got there, so shouldn't keep them waiting.
Damn.
Farewell then, little mouse.
Bye.
Hoo-wee!
Well done, my friend. You seem a little out of sorts. Are you quite all right?
Yeah.
She was something else.
Like so many of our kind, she simply struggles to adjust to a constantly changing world.
She seems just fine in some aspects.
I think you will be of great help to her. She clearly likes you.
That's what I'm afraid
Night
of.
night dream.
You are under my protection while you are here, Samuel. I guarantee no ghosts will travel up your posterior. You have done excellent work tonight. Please, relax downstairs. Summer will be here before we know it, and the nights shall become short once again. Rest in peace, my friend.
glad the kids here aren't glued to their little TVs. I wonder why that is. I'll bet Crimson knows.
Giddy up, little doggy.
I ain't heard that one in a while.
Truth is, I'm running out of cowboy terms. What can I get you, handsome?
How about a kind ear for my troubles?
You got a real old school way of seeing bartenders. But in this case, you're right. I am a good listener. Lay it on me.
I got this new client. It makes me feel old.
250-year-old man feels old, huh?
Yeah. But seriously, I thought I understood people, but she's from another time, like. I've been around a long time, and I ain't seen nothing quite like this internet. But my client lives there.
And you think you can't help her because you don't understand the internet?
So you're not sure. Oh, not sure.
I remember when the first steam locomotive showed up, and we thought, that's it. We've invented everything.
Really?
I'll laugh all you like. Point is, I'm getting old faster than I ever have before.
Here's the thing, cowboy. Nobody understands the internet. I don't feel old yet, though. Still just glad to be alive, thanks to Andy's blood.
Oh, yeah?
I know you've been curious about why I've been drinking vampire blood. You don't have to pretend. I've got a rare blood cancer.
Oh.
Andy's blood is what's keeping me alive.
Oh, I'm real sorry.
I didn't say I was dying. I said I had cancer. Stop making that face. I'm just glad I found Andy. Don't think I was quite ready to die.
I, for one, am glad you're sticking around, Crimson.
Well, thank you kindly. So what'll it be, Sam? You ain't gonna dance?
No, I ain't gonna dance.
Dance.
You owe me that story one day, cowboy. Here, have a little
Ooh.
something I whipped up for Andy. Herbal blood tea.
Oh.
No garlic, right?
No garlic.
Mighty kind of you. Maybe I'll take a nightcap. You have yourself a fine night, Crimson.
Adios, muchacho.
I think that's my last client for a while. My caseload's big enough. I'm starting to get overwhelmed. Maybe something from one of my books will inspire me. But then again, I could watch cartoons instead.
Read a poem.
I think I'll read a poem. I've got one I love. Carry one, Walt Whitman.
Oh.
I celebrate myself and sing myself. And what I assume, you shall assume. For every atom belonging to me, as good belongs to you. I loaf and invite my soul. I lean and loaf at my ease, observing a spear of summer grass. My tongue, every atom of my blood, formed from this soil, this air, born here of parents born here, from parents the same, and their parents the same. I, now 37 years old, in perfect health begin, hoping to cease not till death. Creeds and schools in abeyance, retiring back a while, sufficed at what they are, but never forgotten. I harbor for good or bad. I permit to speak at every hazard. Nature without check, with original energy. Just a little reminder that I'm still human. I think that's enough action for one night. Time I got me some shut-eye. Good night, son.
A fine evening to you, Samuel. How are you feeling tonight?
Not bad, not bad. A little overwhelmed, but guess I kind of have a lot going on these days.
Indeed you do. The mind is an easy place to get lost in, is it not?
Yes.
You ain't kidding. Keeping all them cognitive distortions in my head and sorting through all my clients' problems ain't easy.
We are not machines, Samuel. I believe you will find that you can never handle everything at once. There is a term the mortals use these days, multitasking. It's a kind of meta-control fallacy. Even we must handle thoughts one at a time.
I guess. I just hope I can concentrate on my own therapy with all this stuff bouncing around in my noggin.
I do not expect you to be an exception to the rule, my dear fellow. Let us see whether we can clear your head.
Yay! Time for therapy.
I would like to introduce you to a ritual I have learned for stealing the mind.
Oh.
This some kind of ancient vampire secret? Something the old ones gave you that's been lost to time. Something mortals could never imagine.
Meditation?
No, it's just meditation.
Oh.
That does not make the technique any less valuable. Now then, close your eyes. I will guide you through this process. Think of a place that brings you comfort. Where is it?
I'd have to say the woods. I always liked being in nature.
Then imagine the woods and let your thoughts come to you. Be attuned to your body. Breathe, and you will be able to address your thoughts and clear your mind. Now close your eyes and begin.
In his arms? In his arms! Focus, Sam, focus. I miss my princess. I ain't cut out for this therapy thing. Andy sure is a tall glass of water. Oh, yeah! Acknowledge thought. First, breathe in, press hold, watch here. And then let go, watch here. Watch as breathing slows down your thoughts. Last to clear a thought. Hover over it. Okay.
I ain't cut out for this therapy thing. And it sure is a tall glass of water. I miss my princess. I kinda miss farting.
Breathe in.
Focus, Sam, focus.
Let go.
Who's got a pretty mane?
Breathe in. Let go. Breathe in. Let go.
Wonder what's on Batflix.
Breathe in. It sure is a
Should I hook up with Reinhardt? I'm
Breathe
so
in.
bad at meditating. I like blood from San Antonio, not New York City. Relax.
Let
Ain't
go.
no
Breathe
vampire hunters
in.
here. Who's my favorite horse?
Let
Is it
go.
you?
Breathe in. Let go.
How are you feeling now?
Oh, I don't get it. Neither do I. But I think, like, we breathe in, we click, and then we hover over them. I'm not sure.
Yeah. All right. Fine, really. All them thoughts just feel like thoughts.
What sorts of things came up for you?
Well, I thought about my clients. I thought about all them cognitive distortions. My horse came up a lot.
Your horse?
Yeah, Princess. She was my horse back when I was alive.
Oh, princess.
I still think about her every day. I can't really stop.
I understand. I have bonded with many horses in my own life, but it sounds as though the loss of Princess was particularly fraught.
Yeah,
Would you like to start there?
not sure I'd like it. But seeing as it's come up, maybe we should talk about what happened to her. It's got a lot to do with my old gang.
Oh.
I mentioned them before. Well, the Mystic Bastards was their name. They were the gang to join if you had nothing to lose, and I had nothing to lose.
That sounds like some Nosferatu thinking, my friend.
Oh, I can see that now. But it turned out I still did have something to lose. And they took that from me to prove my loyalty.
Oh.
They took my princess, killed her in cold blood, and made me watch the whole thing. They made sure she saw me too.
Oh.
Oh, Samuel, I am so sorry.
I just stood there,
That's sad.
watching her dying, with them big eyes looking at me like she knew I betrayed her. They knew what it would take to break me, and it's my fault for letting them do it.
But Samuel, these Mystic Bastards, it sounds as though these loyalty tests were a cruel, mechanical part of their indoctrination process. These are the actions of a cult. They had no special care for you or your princess.
Well, it sure as shit worked. They knew where to hit me, and it's my fault for letting it happen.
What they did, Samuel, had little to do with you personally. You were vulnerable, and they took advantage. This is what cults do. But Samuel, you are exhibiting a cognitive distortion known as personalization.
Oh, there's another
You are
one.
attributing the Mystic Bastard's actions entirely to your own supposed failings.
What's the one that just got replaced? Oh, hang on. Disqualifying. Often we assume things happen because of us. Heck, they often do. That's why we get tempted by personalization, wrongly linking external events to ourselves in cases where realistically there ain't no definite link. Sometimes people actually are out to get us, or we do cause events, but sometimes we're doing some personalization. Oh, control fallacy was the one that got replaced. Okay.
While it is natural to grieve for your horse, holding yourself solely responsible is neither fair nor accurate.
Hold on a sec, my head's hurting. I can't hold on to all them distortions all the time. Ain't personalization a lot like a control fallacy?
An astute observation, Samuel. Personalizations are often a form of control fallacy. While control fallacies often manifest as a belief that you have more control over external events than is actually the case, personalization is a more specific tendency to believe that external events are reactions to you. But let us leave control fallacies out of the picture for now. You are correct that keeping all distortions in mind at once is unrealistic.
Yeah, but therapists have to.
I would not interrupt your thoughts if I did not think personalization important. You are shouldering the blame for Princess's death. I can see that.
Well, if it ain't my fault, who else's is it?
The Mystic Bastards, of course. Let me put it into perspective for you. I will make a series of statements, and you help me identify the personalization distortion. I overslept in my coffin because I forgot to set my alarm.
No.
I bit Crimson's neck last night and missed the vein because I was distracted. It was entirely my fault.
No.
Batflix raised my subscription price again because they knew I would pay no matter what.
Personalization, I think?
Well, that's the personalization. Batflix has no earthly clue who you are. They just raise their subscription prices anyway.
Just as your gang planned to isolate members from their former lives. Do you see the connection?
I guess so. I was just too stupid to see it at the time.
Don't.
Calling yourself stupid is what distortion?
Labeling.
Yeah, it's labeling. But I should have known anyway. I knew that crew was bad news. I just thought I was bad news too.
You should have known. That's another distortion of reality, Samuel.
Should.
Alright, fine. Should statement. Whatever. So what the hell am I supposed to do, Andy? Say nothing's ever my fault and I don't gotta know nothing?
No, because that's Nosferatu thinking.
I was responsible for getting that beautiful horse killed. She trusted me, and if I'd been someone else, she wouldn't have had to die in that awful way.
I am not asking you to lie to yourself. Far from it. And I am not suggesting that you absolve yourself of all responsibility. But what would you say if a friend came to you with the same story? Would you tell them what they should have done? Would you call them stupid? You said yourself that you joined your gang because they were the gang to join if you had nothing to lose. I do not think this is a circumstance most people choose.
Yeah, I suppose.
Remember, Samuel, we are trying to reframe our thinking by clarifying these distortions. I know it may feel as though I am picking on you, but I am not. Let us forget what you should have done to make room for a different distortion. You are drawing a direct link from your emotion to the death of your horse. This is a distortion called emotional reasoning.
Okay.
I understand the guilt you feel, Samuel, but your guilt does not act on its own. This terrible thing, it did happen, and some choices you made undoubtedly created the circumstances for it to occur. You are not blameless.
Oh, I know the answer to that question. The question Zen just asked. I wonder how many therapists have therapists and how deep the rabbit hole goes. Every therapist or psychologist or psychiatrist, all of the above, if you are in psychology, it is highly recommended that you have your own therapist in order to help process everything, because there's the possibility of well, here we go. Personalization, internalization, and then what's the word? I forgot the word. It's like, it's not necessarily like you're a connection, but it's you put all of the well, kind of control fallacy. It's like the responsibility onto yourself, whether or not their problems get and their issues get solved or not. So yeah, it is highly recommended in the field that all therapists, psychologists, psychiatrists, like they see someone. Yeah. Yep.
But let us restrict your blame to what you have actually done.
I'm sorry. I get awful worked up when talking about my princess. You should have seen her, Andy. She had these eyes. She looked right into my tainted soul and still loved me.
Aww.
I understand, Samuel. We feel tremendous guilt when we fail an animal. When we look at reality, it is not to dismiss our burdens, but to process them fairly. I would like you to understand emotional reasoning so you can see how emotions color our thoughts. Please listen and call me out when I am using emotional reasoning.
Okay.
I feel anxious. Perhaps it is the garlic naan I smell from the Indian restaurant next door.
No.
The mood in my club is somber tonight. I am sure it is a reflection of my own dark mood.
Emotional reasoning?
That's the emotional reasoning right there. I don't think them folk in the club know too much about how you're feeling.
Exactly. Our emotions can feel all-encompassing, and that is purely biological. We are animals, Samuel. There is a small cluster of brain tissue at the base of the cranium that tells us we are safe or that we are about to die.
The amygdala?
The complexity of our existence is at odds with our biology, but we have the logic to recognize it.
Well, if reincarnation's a thing, I think I'd rather come back as a horse.
It is indeed a boon and a curse to have human complexity of thought.
No kidding. If I were a horse, I'd know better than to join any cowboy gang,
Family
let
group
alone
chat.
the Mystic Bastards. I'd be happy with a bag of oats and a field to run around in.
How did you end up with the Mystic Bastards in the first place?
Well, like I said, I didn't have much choice. Nobody would have taken me in at that point, except a hangman, maybe. I wasn't a vampire yet, so hanging didn't sound too appealing. The last job I did got my brother killed. And after that, my wife left with my daughter and I never saw him again. Can't say I blame her. I didn't have nobody. Ain't no surprise that a vampire gang would be the only people to take me in.
Aha, so that is how you turned.
Yes, sir. It wasn't pleasant. Not the candlelight and writhing body sort of affair you see in mortal vampire stories.
That is terrible, Samuel. The turning is never easy. How did they find you?
That job that got my brother killed, we partnered up with one of them Mystic Bastards for it. He knew where to find me.
And he knew you were vulnerable and that you had no place to go.
I've thought about that. Were they setting me up all along? Maybe. But whether they were or not, I really didn't have any place to go. I know when them wanted dead or alive posters go up, folk find dead easier and more fun. People saw me as outlaw scum when I was a kid, and there was no way they were going to be kinder knowing I was in a gang.
You know this for a fact. You are certain that no one would have any pity on you at all? That your only recourse was to join your gang?
I guess I don't actually know that no one but the bastards would have taken me in. Sounds like a cognitive distortion, huh?
Nosferatu thinking.
I think you see the patterns now. It may seem like pedantry, and perhaps it is, but pedantry is the search for ultimate truth.
Yes. The amount of times that I've been called like inattentive, I call myself like pedantic. Val likes to say, "No, you're just particular." Yes. That's it.
Spoken like a true pedant.
Yes. Oop.
It comes with being terrifyingly old.
Yes, particular.
You discovered the cognitive distortion before I could point it out to you.
Oh.
It is a cognitive distortion similar to Nosferatu thinking.
Oh.
So let us put that particular distortion out of our minds for now.
Particular, yes.
Yes, things were grim for you, but your experiences caused you to assume that there were none who would favor you with a kind eye. You were exhibiting the cognitive distortion of overgeneralization, the idea that no mortal could accept you. This clouded truth made you vulnerable to the mystic bastard's approach.
Damn. Maybe we ain't wrong, huh? I should have joined the Foreign Legion or something.
Oh, like Brendan Fraser in The Mummy.
Dang it, should statement.
Your mind is not a cognitive distortion shooting at me, Samuel. Cut yourself some slack. All we seek is recognition of our distortions, not perfection and not punishment.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser is still kicking. It's still good.
Let us test your ability to recognize overgeneralization. Then I believe we will have covered enough for tonight. Allow me to begin.
Okay, ready?
Elder vampires are insufferable. They all think they know everything.
Is it a trick that it's the first one?
Wait, ain't you an elder vampire? You don't seem like much of a know-it-all.
That's right, Samuel. Though in all honesty, I used to be quite insufferable myself. I aspire to be more patient these days. Let me continue.
Okay.
It seems to me that being a werewolf is pretty rough. Vampires from Transylvania all have funny accents. I want to suck your blood. Who talks like this?
Not all vampires from Transylvania?
That seems like an overgeneralization, Andy. I ain't sure any of them ever sounded like that. Pretty sure they all sound American these days anyway from watching bat flicks all the time.
Correct, Samuel. I apologize for the offensive accent. It was employed only to prove a point. Well done, Samuel. Your ability to identify cognitive distortions continues to impress. But let us bring things back to you. I do not ask you to absolve yourself of the things you have done. You did not have the tools to be mindful of the thought patterns that made you vulnerable to the mystic bastards. I have seen mindfulness take root in you, though, Samuel. I hope this session has been helpful to you.
Yeah, I'm still sad. And still regretful about Princess. I think I'll always be. My not being mindful is what killed her. Every time I think about it, I just know I'm a terrible person who messes everything up. But I think the awareness helps.
It does. Then please tell me what cognitive distortion you just exemplified. Was it emotional reasoning, overgeneralization, or personalization?
It's all of them?
I guess it was kind of all of them.
Masterful deduction, Samuel. Your sense of self-awareness is most impressive.
I was like, that's a trick question because there's so much in that, in those statements.
Remember, cognitive distortions are not a cudgel to beat yourself with.
Cudgel.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. If we're spouting cognitive distortions all the time, ain't my clients gonna be mad at my constantly interrupting them?
You continue to impress. Yes, we cannot bully our clients with distortions. Thus, I find it is best to clear our minds and focus on a few during each session. Keeping endless distortions in mind is not easy for a therapist either, after all.
Oh yeah, Zen. Yeah. Makes me angry. Like it makes me so. Yeah, it's upsetting.
I think we have done excellent work tonight, and I'm certain you've built up a thirst. I know this evening was emotionally intense.
It was.
Ask Crimson for some scotch.
It was. Poor princess.
Drinking booze ain't exactly compatible with our biology, Andy.
But remember, Sam, Crimson makes special drinks.
By scotch, I mean Scottish blood.
Oh.
It's iron-rich and quite delicious. I age it in whiskey barrels.
Ooh.
That sounds pretty nice. I might just do that and call it an early night.
Early nights. And then you do your skincare routine, and then you make sure you take your medication, and then you put your room the perfect temperature, and you have your weighted blanket, and you have your eye mask and your face mask and your humidifier, and you just early night.
As you wish, Samuel. Rest well, and do not lasso yourself so tightly, as you say. You are deserving of love, especially from yourself.
I'm just gonna leave before I get more embarrassed.
Oh.
Very well, Samuel. Rest in peace, my friend.
Oh. We're all getting therapy sessions. Are weighted blankets worth? It depends on you. For me, oh my gosh, it was so worth it.
Samuel, greetings. You are seeing Dr. Drain again tonight, yes?
Oh, weighted blanket is worth it for me because I'm pretty sure I'm undiagnosed with certain stuff, but I will say I am discontent, and that's putting it lightly, when the blanket is too light or like normal. I like the weight on me. I love the weight on me, just not suffocatingly. So what my cousin realized, because she bought a weighted blanket from Costco, not realizing that you actually have to purchase the weight of a weighted blanket in ratio and proportion to how much you weigh, right? So I'm guessing she got one that's too heavy for like her frame and her body, like her physique, because it's too much for her. Whereas for me, I think she got like 7 or 10 kilos. I think that I have 7 kilos. My old blanket is 5 kilos, and I'm bumped up to 7. Not because I weigh more now, but because 1, I can tolerate it, and 2, because I need the extra weight on me. But yeah, like if it grounds you, it's beneficial. Like, look up the benefits of weighted blankets, and if those benefits resonate with what you need, then that sounds hot. You mean like temperature wise, or in a sexual way? Because I don't feel it like in a sexual way at all. It's more like in a security, I feel safe kind of way. Temperature, no. I mean, like, of course, any extra layer is going to insulate the heat to an extent, but then, like your duvet or your quilt, you just have a less thick quilt. Like, everything in proportion, like everything in ratio to itself. Samuel, greetings. You are seeing Dr. Drain again tonight. And we're almost at the 1 hour mark for this VOD. Hang on, let's continue right up until we see Dr. Drain.
That's right. I'm keen to see how he's getting on. That fella's got himself wrapped up real tight.
Yeah. We saw him in game 4 weeks ago.
Do not expect too much change too quickly. It takes a while for thoughts to internalize, even when we know the truth of them logically.
And especially when you're a vampire.
It took me only 2,800 years or so to internalize what I needed.
See?
I don't think the doc's gonna be too keen to wait that long.
Listen, him and me both.
I do not think he will have to. Unlike myself, he has you to guide him.
Oh.
Oh gosh, I barely know what I'm doing, boss. I'm not sure I can keep track of all these new distortions I know about.
I do not expect you to. We humans are distortion machines, my friend. But let us ensure we address Dr. Drain's core distortion. You know what it is, don't you?
It's being a big old grumps. Well, it's like should statements, isn't it?
That fella's a should statement machine, I'll tell you what.
Like, I should be, more, like, this. I should be able to do this. Yeah.
That's right. We can be certain he will carry this distortion with him, but I would like you to pick the rest to keep in mind, Samuel.
Oh.
Up until this point, you have addressed client distortions in small clusters. But now that you are aware of more cognitive distortions, you will notice them everywhere. We must not use cognitive distortions as weapons to beat our clients with. So pick 4 more to keep in mind during your session.
Oh.
But what do I do if I detect he's showing the distortions I'm putting aside?
Yeah.
You do not need to address all of them, my friend.
Oh.
You will not catch every distortion, and if you did, I believe your clients would find you irritating. I do not alert you to half of your cognitive distortions.
This is true.
We know that Dr. Drain will exhibit should statements. What else do you think he will come to this session with?
Oh, okay. Should statements. Locked in. Control fallacy. Disqualifying the positive. Oh, here. This is what we're looking at. Personalization, right? Because of him kind of thing. And then we've got labeling, Nosferatu thinking, overgeneralization, and emotional reasoning. How does he speak? Maybe I should. Yeah, try weighted blanket. Yeah, and also don't forget to like properly Google and do your research on like the benefits and the pros and cons and stuff. Less labeling. Oh, actually, labeling or emotional reasoning. Let's just do emotional reasoning. Maybe? Here's a lot of shoulds. Yeah, that's why should statements is locked, like locked in for him. Right, but also calling themselves a name is labeling, falls under labeling. All right, let's hit confirm.
I think I've got what I need now.
I think. Yeah, we got them here at the
Very
bottom.
good, Samuel. I will leave you to it. Have confidence. It is well earned.
Okay.
I guess I just gotta believe you. All right, Andy, I'll do my best.
I know you will. I will see you after your session.
All right, let's do the session. I can smell the food. Okay, let's do the session and then we'll wrap up for this session.
I think I'm ready. And here comes the man himself.
Here we go.
Dr. Drain, good to see you again.
Yep.
Yes, well, I wish I could say the same. I have not had the most productive month.
That's kind of cool. I wonder if you fail from picking the wrong ones. I mean, you have 5 out of... You know, you have 5 options.
Back on this productive wagon, huh? Last time we were talking about all them should statements.
Listen, I'm getting called out with the whole productive thing, okay?
Yes, exactly. And what a waste of time that was. I took what we spoke about to heart, you know, like a fool.
Oh.
But the should statements, as you so tritely put them, were the only thing holding me together. You ignored the addiction problem I came to you with. Nay, worse, you told me it was fine. And oh, how eager I was to test that theory. I have partaken partaken of my awful plasma almost every night. I am more monster than man now. Sounds to me like we could be having a fruitful conversation about moderation. I have a better idea. Seeing as you do not understand the gravity of the situation, I will make you understand.
Oh, here we go.
This is the plasma I've spoken of. Pure vampiric essence. I will show you how should statements are the remnants of our humanity. We should not be so quick to cast them away.
Control fallacy?
Dr.
No,
Crane
okay.
is assigning himself quite an imperative. But whence came this imperative, Samuel?
This is the plasma I've spoken of.
No.
Dr. Drain is assigning himself quite an imperative. But whence came this imperative, Samuel?
This is the plasma I've spoken of.
Hold up.
Pure vampiric essence. I will show you how should statements are the remnants of our humanity. We should not be so quick to cast them away.
Emotional reasoning?
Dr.
No.
Drain is assigning himself quite an imperative. But whence came...
This is the plasma I've spoken of. Pure vampiric essence. I will show you how should statements are the remnants of our humanity. We should not be so quick to cast them away.
Dinner's ready. Okay. Should statements? But I guess he literally said should. But he's talking about the statements.
I agree with you that should statements are human, but
I
don't make
guess.
them universal. That's the point I'm trying to make. There's lots of ways to live, Doc. That is exactly the problem, Sam. We don't live. And this is the result
Guess it
most
worked.
dire. Witness the wages of our sin. Now hold on a sec, Doc. I think we better...
Oh.
The time for caution is over. Goodbye, Sam. What in hell?
Oh, hello.
Does it feel good to be alive? And who are you, darling?
Lord Lyridus. There's an achievement with him. Hang on. There's an achievement with him. Survived Lord Lyridus session. We have to survive the session. Hold on. We have to survive the session. Oh no, he's hot. Oh no. He's hot. What would Vibe say? Oh no, he's hot. Oh, that's
I'm
funny.
Sam. I'm your therapist, Doc. You know that.
Oh.
My therapist. Oh, how wonderful. How absolutely pathetic. A vampire therapist. Oh, what a sad, pathetic waste you are, Dr. Drain.
Oh, this is very Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? We're gonna save this real quick. Yes, we're gonna save. This is very, yeah.
Allow me to introduce myself, then. I am Lord Lyridus, and unlike that sad sack of quivering shit you've been talking to, I am a vampire.
Oof.
I kill, I drink, I fuck, and I'm dead sexy.
Comment on his clothing, comment on his posture, comment on his lack of glasses. Your lack of glasses.
Weren't you wearing glasses before? I don't need glasses. Reading is what people do when they can't find anyone to fuck, which is not a problem I face.
Oh my.
Oh, you're missing out, fella. I got into reading after I died, and there's whole worlds to discover in books.
Oh my.
Oh, you're so fucking boring. There's a whole world to discover up my arse as well.
Redditors take note. Oh my gosh.
Well, you don't have to be so crass. Yes, I see it in your eyes. You're afraid, aren't you, American? Your Puritan blood chills at the sight of me. Maybe I'll warm it up before I drain it from you and turn you into a husk with a stupid hat.
Oh, this is why we saved. This is why we saved.
I wouldn't try it.
That's why we saved.
I'm not you, though, am I? And I am always hungry.
Oh.
I suggest you stay right where
Hey!
you are.
Hey, look at it! Merca! Merca!
A vampire with a gun?
Merca!
Our kind have fallen. What are you going to do, cowboy? Kill me?
Does it have silver bullets?
Nope. But I can make sure the next few months ain't fun for you.
Yeah.
Oh, how very kind of you to care about me, darling.
Darling.
It'll be our dear Dr. Drain who suffers.
Oh.
But I need the little worm for now, so I suppose I'll let you live.
I keep looking at your message. Oh no, he's hot.
Mighty kind of you. Now you just settle on down and we're gonna have a chat.
Oh no. Oh no.
Ugh, talking. We are animals.
So
We are
funny.
not meant for talking, but very well.
This was my type when I was in high school, mind you. Not the personality, but the appearance.
At least give me something to drink. I can rely on your piteous human blood to do me that kindness, yes? All right, but I'm watching you, hombre. Look all you like. The show is free.
Ayo!
This is better than the swill I usually prefer. I'm more of a quantity over quality sort of creature. Yeah, I know your kind. I used to be a lot like you. And I suppose now you are just as repressed as the sad creature that exerts control over this luscious body of mine.
Luscious.
I'm more free than I've ever been, but don't you worry about me. Let's talk about you. You're going to psychoanalyze me. I live according to my nature. You might as well interview a lion.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I'm sure you are the way you are for a reason. You're not wrong about that. You know the answer already. Dr. Drain needs me. I am what is missing in his unlife.
Let me look. Personalization? Ain't nothing more to read. Okay, well, we're gonna go to cognitive. Uh-huh. Personalization. Control fallacy? I am what is missing in his life. Not should, not control, maybe. Okay, ignore the first two parts. Dr. Drain needs me. I am what is missing in his unlife. Let me read that again. He needs me. Emotional reasoning? No.
This Lord Lourdes seems to have a very egocentric view of the world. How would you classify this?
You're not wrong
Personalization?
about that. You think this is all about you, but you're damn wrong. It's about Dr. Drain.
Yeah, oh.
Please. The man could die. Has died. And it hasn't made a damn bit of difference to anyone.
Yeah, but how many vampires? Anyway.
Without me, he barely even has an existence. Poor fool. His penis was nearly mummified when I got hold of it.
Yo! What did I click? Personalization. I clicked personalization, which was... Whoop. Hold up. Personalization. Often we assume things happen because of us. Yeah. Heck, they often do. That's why we get tempted by personalization, wrongly linking external events to ourselves in cases where realistically there ain't no definite link. Sometimes people actually are out to get us, or we do cause events, but sometimes we're doing some personalization. So, examples. The Vampire Country Club doesn't allow cowboy hats. They made that rule just to discriminate against me. The cattle got spooked and ran off. They must have been scared of my face, not the thunderstorm. Or a vampire hunter found my lair. Something about me must have screamed, target me. So, like, he's talking about me. Personalization, I guess. But yeah, it's, when Andromachus first introduced it, he did say it was, like, a different type of control fallacy. It was more like, control fallacy is like, we can control external events, and then personalization is external events are happening because of us, kind of thing. I think he explained it very articulately. Listen.
Okay, that's gross. And
It says gross.
wrong.
Yeah, with the
Dr.
penis.
Drain existed long before you did. If you call that an existence, I am his hidden strength. I am his true essence. He is nothing without me, which he already realizes.
That sounds like more personalization. No, disqualifying the positive. Like, he's nothing without me? You're disqualifying, right?
You're forgetting something.
Yeah.
A lot of who you are is because of Dr. Drain. You know that fella denies himself a lot, and you do all them things he refrains from.
Yeah.
Besides, didn't he make that plasma you sprung from?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, you're absolutely correct. Very well. I'll give the little twerp his credit. He did bring me into existence, and what a wonderful existence it is.
Yeah, because you're like the id, or whichever out of the three it is.
Were you aware that vampires possess absolutely no gag reflex? I can prove it.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's
I don't
okay.
mess with my clients.
No, no need.
But I'm not your client. That little rat man in tweed is. Of course he would deny himself the pleasure.
It's okay. It's okay.
You hear him talk about what he should do, but the sad creature cannot do those things. He should give in to me, and thanks to you, he has begun to.
Should statement.
Come on now, you're really countering his shoulds with your shoulds?
Should.
There ain't no such thing as a should everyone agrees on. But my shoulds are so much more entertaining. His have only bred him hundreds of years of pathetic existence.
Okay, why do both Dr. Drain and Lord Loridus sound like me on any given day? It's like, but my way is better. But if you listen to me, like literally, if you listen to me, then the bad things wouldn't happen. And that's normally the case. I'm not going to say all the time, but 99.99 recurring, that's the case. Anyway.
Well, that don't make a damn bit of difference. I bet there are vampires a hell of a lot more depraved than you who think you should be doing things differently.
Yeah. They'll call you a prude.
Really? Oh, you
Oh,
must
no.
introduce me. If there are holes I don't know about,
Oh, my.
I'd very much like to know where they are.
No, oh dear.
There. How old are you anyway? Dr. Drain's been summoning me for 14 years now.
Oh, you're a baby. Oh no.
Well,
Oh
things are
yeah.
starting to make a lot more sense. You certainly sound like a 14-year-old.
Ayo.
The transformation has already begun. I will subsume him. His body and his mind will belong to me completely, and Dr. Drain will cease to be.
That sounds like a control fallacy. Or personalization. No, that's control fallacy?
You're awful confident about that. But I got bad news for you. You don't control Dr. Drain, he controls you. Oh, darling. The little doctor controls nothing at all, least of all himself. Make no mistake, he shall be mine.
Damn.
Oh yeah, and how do you know that? I know the little wretch far better than you do. He hasn't changed in centuries. Was he in therapy then? No. Only in the modern age do we make do with such delusional exercises. So not everything he does is predictable. I don't think you got a good reason to be so confident. Are you trying to fill my head with doubts? Do you even think that such a thing is possible? There is no such thing as doubt for beings such as we. We live or we die. That's all. And I will live. I notice a funny way you and Dr. Drain talk about each other, as though you're totally different people. You really think that's true? Have you spoken with our pathetic little doctor? You know, he doesn't drink real blood. That's why he's so weak.
But you share the same body, so...
Hold on, how's he even alive if he's not drinking blood? Oh, the little ball of shame didn't tell you. He's not even a vampire. He drinks that synthetic trash he produces instead of real blood.
Synthetic that's what you came from, right? Disqualifying the positive?
You can't just discount everything about Dr. Drain just because he doesn't drink fresh blood. The guy's managed to live for 430 years. He's got to be doing something right. Besides, let's say you get your wish and everyone just becomes vampire food. Where are you gonna get blood when everyone's dead?
See, that was my thinking when we were playing the demo. You can't just go willy-nilly turning everybody because then there'll be no source of food.
Well, you raise a valid point. Perhaps I'll start a mortal farm.
Oh my god.
Yes, that's it. They'll walk on all fours and be completely naked at all times.
Oh god. You know, there would be some people that would be into that. There would be some people that would be, yeah, I don't, listen, as long as it's consensual, the Lord Lourdes and your farm, yes, then you volunteer for the farm. You're like me.
I'll milk them each day and raise stud mortals.
Oh my god, you volunteer for the farm? Oh my gosh.
Oh, this has possibilities. Why, thank you, darling. Brilliance can come from such unlikely places.
If Dream was here to react to you, I swear.
Oh, dang, I wish I hadn't mentioned it.
Sam, oh no, what have you done? Giving him ideas, oh no.
Why so shy, darling? You must have more experience than the dear doctor. I wouldn't be surprised if you were a 400-year-old virgin. If it weren't for me, his cock would have shriveled up like a raisin.
Oh dear.
I think I'm gonna surprise you, Lord, whatever you're calling yourself, but I think you're right. Dr. Drain does need you. But like it or not, you need him too.
Yep.
How very bloody dare you? What possible use could I have for a little turd like him? I am an animal, pure and perfect. I don't care what anyone thinks of me.
Well, you gotta be careful.
Vampires ain't animals, not even the worst of us. The moment we learned to talk and reason, living like beasts was out the window. What a strange creature you are. You dress like a buffoon, but speak like a philosopher. The buffoon is the more admirable of the two. At least he's honest. You and Dr. Drain lie and lie and lie to justify your existence. It's ridiculous to suggest that I need him. What could I possibly need him for? When I tire, I sleep. When I lust, I fuck. When I thirst, I kill. As it should be.
Should.
There it is again, that simple thinking and them shoulds that are only yours. Come the hell on. You think we vampires should just go on autopilot? Fuck, sleep, kill, repeat?
Why do I get the feeling there's a porn named that?
Well, naturally, we should ensure that those things are fun. Otherwise, what's the point in doing them?
I swear, there must be a porn that's named that.
That's it right there. I agree with you entirely. About time. I'll remove my clothing then.
Huh.
Or perhaps I'll remove yours.
Huh?
Not so fast. You're missing the point. If we're doing these things because they're fun, well, everybody's got their own idea of fun.
Yo.
That's our human experience at work. Like me, for instance. I'm more of a high intimacy kind of lover.
Oh.
Oh, boff. You managed to make even delightful things seem so heinous. I'm only speaking the truth. What makes you so damn sure you know what being a vampire is anyway? Why do you think you've got it all figured out? Lie to yourself all you like, darling. We're all alike. I know what you crave.
That's an overgeneralization, but anyway.
Oh, that poor mortal had a family. Who gives a damn? I'm thirsty. That poor mortal must consume in order to live, and so must I.
Oh, it was a cognitive distortion that we didn't have. Okay, okay.
He simply pretends not to enjoy it. I don't need to do any such thing.
Here we go.
I love to kill. I love the taste of blood. Why would I love it if it weren't the only way to live?
Emotional reasoning? You're using your love for it to reason?
Okay, what you're doing there is interpreting reality based on how you feel. Well, that's emotional reasoning.
Ding, ding, ding.
You
Okay.
think because you love killing, killing is the only way to live. If you had a clear head, maybe you'd be able to see that ain't true. Oh, why, darling, if you wish to see me pleasure myself, all you had to do was ask.
Bro!
That ain't what I'm saying, and you know it. I get all the blood I need without having to kill folks. Point is, you're gonna get real fucking bored if you don't find a reason to do what you're doing. Do you think I need a purpose? That's a mortal concern. I don't need a fucking legacy. I need blood. The only thing I should do is what I was made to do.
Should.
You're just as bad as Dr. Drain with all them should statements.
Should,
He keeps talking about what he shouldn't do, and you keep talking about what you should do. You both act so damn sure of yourselves. You're so damn sure blood is all you need. Oh, did I forget to mention all the fucking? No, but hombre, you live forever. Food and sex is enough for animals. They got short lives. They get threatened and they die real quick. I know a lot of vampires who live like animals, and every single one of them is lost. Like him or not, Dr. Drain is your reason for living. Hell, if he didn't make this plasma stuff, you'd still be buried deep somewhere in his head. Fuck you. Dr. Drain is a pathetic little liar, and I will destroy him. That's what he wants. Then I'll come for you. If you're gonna kill me, you better be a quicker draw than I am.
Look at Sam. Look at Sam. America!
You wanna try your luck, compadre? No need. I do thirst, though, and I smell something downstairs. I smell mortals and virgins.
Oh, dear.
How delicious. You've been holding out on me, cowboy.
Oh dear.
You can drink what's in that bottle till Dr. Drain comes back. I ain't letting the likes of you near them people. At least you're aware enough to know that I am a ravenous beast.
Oh dear.
And beast that I am, I must kill.
Oh no, did we fail?
You will do no such thing to my mortals.
Hey.
Restrain yourself.
Andromaco saves the day. and here is where Dream or Emma or Viper would, or Porky. Oh my God, Porky would be like, "Daddy, Daddy."
Oh, now who is this beautiful morsel?
And he is a beautiful morsel.
I am far older than any blood you have ever tasted, whelp. Do not dare to think you can overpower me.
Oh.
Don't threaten me with a good time, Daddy.
Hey, yo, Daddy.
I will keep this poor animal contained, Samuel. You did excellent work in handling him.
Thank you.
Deserve some rest. I will meet with you later.
Thank you. Oh.
If you're sure.
Do not worry. I have no need to hurt.
Well, now I'm just disappointed. All right, Andy. I'll talk to you later. And Lord Lurid, or whatever your name
Luridus.
is, think about what we talked about, huh? Dr. Drain's got something you need. Oh, Vom, get out of here already. Not you two.
Survived Lord Luridus' session. Yay. Oh my God.
Tornation. Barely walked out of that one alive. And I thought therapy was just talking.
Let me see. Session 1, Dr. Jane is addicted to a plasma that makes him... Oh, we can read that next time.
I could use a drink.
Yes. Crimson!
If it isn't the Lone Ranger.
Hey!
Hey, Crimson.
You look a little down, cowboy. Have a shot.
Crimson, we almost died.
I don't mind if I do.
Rough one tonight.
Well, you could say that. My client went a little feral. Tried to attack me.
That ain't good. I hope you booted their ass out.
Well,
Well, here's the thing. He wasn't himself. The fella, he can't stand being a vampire, so the vampire comes out in nasty ways.
nasty.
Don't put yourself into too much danger, cowboy. Cleaning up a pile of ashes isn't my idea of a good night. So what? He just went and turned into a monster?
More or less. Went from a restrained fella to a hedonist beast.
Yup.
How do you think you handled it?
Pretty well.
I think I did all right. I learned a whole bunch of cognitive distortions now, so I was still able to challenge the beast. Well, the way I figure it, he's still desperate for help, even if he doesn't act like it.
I can see why Andy likes you.
Aw.
Heart's still beating in there.
I'm a creature of the night, too. I just want to help my kin.
People like talking to you, cowboy. They can't help sharing their lives with you. Whatever it is about you, folks are always going to prefer talking to you over killing you.
Because then if he's dead, if he's like permanently dead, then like, how can we talk to him?
I surely do hope you're right.
You know my big secret already. I wouldn't have told it to you if I didn't believe in you.
Well, that's mighty kind of you, Crimson. I'm humbled.
Quit it with the aw shucks stuff.
Aw,
Now
shucks.
you're just trying to be cute.
Oh.
And making success visit.
They're back.
Oh, hey, it's my little buddies.
Little
How's
buddies.
it going, kids?
Kids.
Bad.
Oh,
I'm sorry to hear that, Maxie. What's going on?
what's
Make
wrong?
some room, Kinder. I've got customers to serve. Go talk in the kink room.
Oh, kink
Would
room.
you like to chat in the kink room, Maxie?
I would like that very much.
Oh my gosh.
So what's going on, Maxie?
My boss yelled at me today and made me sad.
Oh, impromptu therapy session.
Well, what happened?
Someone injected a malicious SQL query into our API and used it to execute code.
Oh.
We did not have our queries parameterized, so they were able to drop the user table entirely.
Oh.
I warned the backend developers that this would happen, but I got all of the blame.
Yeah.
That sounds like a real mess, Maxie. Reminds me of the time I forgot to lock the gate on a cattle drive. By morning, every last cow was gone, just like your, user table thing. Maybe your boss was hopping mad, but I bet next time they'll listen to you.
Am I the only one who is now aroused?
No, Reinhardt, I am also aroused.
Okay, get on over here and pass me some neck.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
I feel as though all my worries have been sucked away.
I like her purple. I like the
I'm
purple.
well acquainted with this feeling, Hazi.
I like their purple hue.
And you will be once more.
Oh.
I think that's my cue to get to my coffin.
You scared the American away, Maxie.
I suppose I am a very bad girl.
All right, I'm out. Bedtime for Sam. I'll see you kids later.
Oh.
Samuel,
Checkpoint.
greetings.
Hey. All right. Let's save there. Let's do another save. Okay. We're gonna override there. Return. That was it. I will leave it there. Twitch, I'm gonna wrap you up too, but after YouTube, thank you for watching. We're in the thick of it now. There's a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde moment situation going on. Like, we're in it. Thank you for hanging out with us. It's been a blast. Oh no, he's hot. And you volunteer for the farm. I will remember this. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, join our Discord server if you want. My name is pearlynrae, reminding you to drink your water, get enough sleep, eat dessert, look after yourself. Careful with those inhibitions, and I will see you next time. Bye, YouTube!